Spyderco, Benchmades, and maybe a Demkos. Custom leather slips okayed by Pachinko. I think you know where this is going. Hey everybody, I'm going to do a video on some of my favorite things of 2018. There's going to be some knives and different things, but a lot of it's going to be just favorite memories and what cool things happened to me in 2018, knife related and channel related. So I'm just going to jump into here real quick. I got one thing to save to the end that absolutely needs to be noticed as the favorite. But besides that, I'm just going to kind of randomly go through this as it's laid out on the table in kind of a messy way here. So, one of the first things I'm going to check out here is, let's see here. You know what? Let's go with this one. This is my pink reptilian, my first Benchmade. And this really represents the patience that my wife has shown with me this year, and how much help she's given the channel, and how much help she's given to Piff, and just an amazing thing that would make this possible, and makes it possible for me to do this. And that's really important for keeping this going, and without her support, I couldn't do this. And I want to say thank you to her. Thank you, Tammy. Without you, none of this is really possible, for me at least. And so, she needed to be mentioned first. So, this is what that represents. And her patience with my love for pink. So, there's that. Alright, let's jump in here. You know what? This is kind of a cool thing. It seems like a small thing maybe to some of y'all. But I think the channel's discovery of how good Kubies are getting. And we really discovered that they're putting out some really good knives. And it's possible for us to get some nice knives for budget prices from them. And I'm not shilling for Kubi. I know what you're saying. Kubi show. I'm not. I just really enjoy being able to find you guys stuff for inexpensive prices that is worth it. So we got some really cool Kubies. Now I think it's cool. And this is just in the last few months the channel's kind of gotten into the Kubi swing. Of course, this is the one that started it all. The Angry Commie Monkey Knife. You know, I'm thinking maybe the Angry Commie thing is why Kubi's not offering me more knives. But oh well, I'm going to still keep buying them. Just because it's cool. And that's one of my favorite things of the year. Getting to find some cool stuff for you guys that's working out really well for us. Alright, let's keep moving on. Alright, I'm going to move on to the Demkos. These are specific knife things that came up. But here's some reasoning behind it. This is the custom 4Max that I got this year. The carbon fiber one. And I think this is the M390 version. The reason this is cool is not just because of how awesome the knife is, and of course I'll buy whatever 4Maxes I could find and can afford, but the guy that gave me notice of this is somebody pretty spectacular as a person, and having him notify me of this was really cool. It's like having a friend that and I'm not saying I don't deserve him, or it's hard to explain, but he's just a really cool guy, retired military man, and somebody I really respect as a person. And he just kind of got excited with me about this, and it was really cool to get involved with that kind of stuff. And so, I was glad to pick up the 4Max. And this is one of my great purchases of the year, one of my favorites knives of all time that I have in my collection. So that was really cool. Definitely one of my top moments. And going along with that is this knife here. Now there's a few of us in the Demko custom arena that I don't think we're competing, because there's a couple of them up there that I can't possibly keep up with. But there's one of them that has some beautiful knives. And one of his most beautiful knives is his AD12. And I talked to the Demkos about getting another one, making another one, and they said that's just not going to be possible. So I figured that I was probably never going to get one. And then a buddy of mine out of nowhere decided to sell this one. And holy heck, I scrambled to gather some money and started selling things left and right. And just one of my favorite pickups of this year, was this AD12. And this is maybe my favorite knife that I own now. Just because of how rare it is to have one, and because of how awesome it is. Got that cool brass ring on it. I showed you that in my Demko video, so I don't want to get too much into that as far as describing it. But just as a moment in 2018, that was a great day. Alright, so I'm going to get some of the more materialistic things out of the way. Like the Benchmade, not the Benchmade. The Benchmade is more of a memory for my wife and me, and I wanted to say thank you to her. Now here, this is a cool knife. This is a good knife. But the story behind this is, of course, this is Demko's Demko. This is the one that he pulled out of his pocket and sold to me, and that was pretty amazing for me. Being a huge Andrew Demko fan, meeting him for the first time, having the audacity to ask him for the knife in his pocket, and him being super cool and selling it to me is just unbelievable. Just an unbelievable story for me as a knife collector and as a fan of Andrew Demko's things. So there you go. And you know what, standing around with him and talking to him for what it was, like 25-30 minutes, and it was just one of the coolest things. It was just sitting there. You know, I've met a bunch of my idols. I've met Slash, and for y'all old timers out there, I met Steve Reeves, the old time bodybuilder. And you have these moments in time where you get to meet these people, but meeting Andrew Demko was really cool. It was like, he treated me like we've been buddies for years, and we just sat around and talked, and I listened to him and got to pick his brain about things, and just a cool situation. And of course, and this wraps into a really cool moment too, the way that they sent in that knife. They sent in one of these knives, you know, whatever, $700-800 knife for our Piffmas project, which was going to kind of relate to my last object, but we'll just get into it right here. The whole Piffmas thing, the way y'all stepped up, how many people we got to, you know, we sent over 400 packages out for Piffmas, and then you count the 200 that we sent out during the year, you're looking at 600 packages, and you add that to what we sent out last year, and Piff and Piffmas and the channel have sent out over 1,000 packages in the last 2 years. And it's actually just been the last 22 months, but the last 2 years, we'll say, we've sent out over 1,000 packages, and that's y'all's generosity. And I think that's an amazing thing for the knife community to look at, and what's going on here, and how generous y'all can be. So that was what my big finish was going to be, but I stepped into it with the Demko thing, and they were such a big part of it this year with their generosity of donating that. And of course, there was this guy generated his cold steel 4MAX, and then there was Preston. Oh, I shouldn't have said his name. He donated close to $600, and just people just being so kind and generous. And I think that's my favorite thing about 2018 is that the generosity just blew up even more during Piff and Piffmas, and it was really amazing to see. So now that I blew up my ending, I'm going to keep going here, but this is kind of wraps it around too. And this is my buddy Doc made this for me, and this is what was really exciting for me in 2018 and really memorable. And that was a lot of the friends that I made this year, really good friends and really close friends, and people that showed me generosity and kindness. And any time of the day that I'm awake, I can just reach out to a lot of people I didn't know a year and a half, 2 years ago, and we'll just have somebody to talk to. And I'm not saying that I'm super lonely or anything or begging for people to talk to me, but it's out there. There's these people that are just my friends now that weren't my friends a while back, and it's just a really amazing thing. I think about Doc and the way he's done this for me, and he made these things for me. He made other things for me, which are awesome. I love this one. He actually got permission from Serge Pachenko to make this. This is a Serge Pachenko licensed Doc Holliday leather slip. Just one of my favorite possessions as far as knives and EDC go. Just something I'll be buried with this, or my grandkids are going to have this. This is so cool. And this is what I'm talking about. This is one of my favorite things of the year. And then my other buddy, I'm not going to mention his name because I don't know if he wants recognition. I don't know if Doc wants recognition either, but I'm going to recognize him. He can't be stopped. And he gave me an amazing deal on this knife. And it's not the deal that he gave me that is so special about this. It's the fact that he did it, and the fact that I have this really good friend that we just kind of throw knives off each other, bounce them off each other, and we talk about them, and I don't know. That's what's been my one of the most amazing things about this channel is getting to meet people and talk to people and know people, and that's just been really exciting for me. And that's one of my favorite things of the year. So, and my last favorite thing was, of course, going to be the Piffmas thing. I was going to bring out this Piffmas box and be really dramatic about it, but that was it. That was the Piffmas thing. Y'all's generosity is one of the best favorite things of the year, definitely. And just can't go without mentioning it over and over again and how kind you guys are. I think that's it. I think I've run over 10 minutes here. Like I said, there's just a few of my favorite moments. Of course, Blade Show. Blade Show was awesome. I got to meet Leon Ma. I got to meet Robbie Young Pelton. Of course, meeting Lynn Thompson was amazing. And y'all see my pictures and videos on that. I don't want to get too much into it. Just seeing everything and meeting the people was awesome. And if y'all can do that, that's an amazing memory as well. I think that's about it. I had a lot of great moments, and I want to thank you all for all the cool stuff that went on and the cool conversations I've had with you guys and the people that have been generous to me and sent me gifts and sent me things to review and sent me comic books. Thank you so much for that. That's cool. And just the coolest things y'all do for the channel, for each other, and for the community. And that's the best thing about this. My favorite thing of all from this year. 2018 was a great year for this community and a great year for this channel and for the friends and the family we've created here. So that's it. I look forward to 2019, and I will talk to y'all later. Spydercos, Benchmades, and maybe a Kubi. You like Serge Pachenko or rolling a Demkos.